Hey guys, Deathletter Magic here, and after only, what, like 7 or 8 days or something of Magic Legends being out, I hope I have that right, I don't know, that's what it feels like, we've actually already got a huge, very, transparent statement from the developers of the game. I think they're actually, an American crew primarily, they at least speak English, which is weird because their parent company's 100% Chinese owned, so unfortunately the one thing they didn't address is any of that or why any of them think that that's in any way okay, working for a Chinese company and funneling money to those assholes when everybody everywhere should be actively fighting China, but okay. That didn't come up. Literally everything else did. I was surprised at them not hiding behind, some PR, we're never going to admit we're wrong, anything. They were just like straight up, we've received feedback about this and here's what we're doing about it. So in other words, they're doing the opposite of what Wizards of the Coast would do, and has always done. So I didn't like the way they phrased this part about performance. They knew damn well that these were problems at a time. They couldn't have possibly been better in the alpha. They're like, now that there's hundreds of thousands of players in the game, now we're discovering performance issues. No, you had to render the same amount of 3D objects whether there was 10 people on the server or not. You knew damn well that some realms ran 40 FPS and some ran 140, okay, and you released it anyway. So that's a load of crap, but the rest of this is pretty accurate. They say some are super simple in scope. It's just like, oh, we see what the problem is, cool. And they said we've already made some tuning adjustments. And they've had like one patch per day on this damn game. It's crazy. So they said something about handling maps and loading and server-side stuff. That's showing up now. But then they said like stuff involving the walking on the nav mesh collision system is like bad and that's going to take longer. Yeah, that's the stuff they already knew about, and that's the absolute boat anchor to your FPS. So don't expect that to be fixed anytime soon, but they did at least address it. I've had a hell of a lot less problems just setting it on medium with my 1080 Ti, so do that. Next up, they straight up address monetization. Wow. And then they go a little too far with we're the friendly guy PR people by saying, I first want to thank our players for the feedback and spirited discussion. That almost means the opposite when you're like, oh, it's so spirited. Oh, there's so much back and forth. What a wonderful debate. Nah, people got their undies in a bundle and then exaggerated because it's the internet and just went off on you because it's a pay-to-win game. I mean, just cut the crap. Anyway, with that borderline sarcastic open once again to the section in the paragraph, they go on to say they're adding the Dimir Assassin class as an unlock at level 50 to both the free and the premium battle pass, which I still don't understand how the hell a battle pass works. Is there something you got to do daily? Like what? They don't even have an inventory. To learn what world mods you want to sell, you have to go pretend to join one and then take a screenshot. How the hell does this game not have an inventory screen? It's not even under the store page under item boosts. I wanted to sell some world enchantment I forgot the name of. I didn't feel like traveling to another plane to go find out, so I just had to sit there and guess blindly which one it was, based on vaguely the shape of the symbol. It took about 30 guesses. And then I had to guess which level it was, and if you sold the wrong one, it just said failed to sell, even though it said you had one in your inventory, which once again, the game doesn't have. Oh, there's some improvements that need to be made. So anyway, yeah, you can now access the class entirely through gameplay. Yeah, that won't last. Even Wizards themselves said that there's going to be premium classes deal with it. They said there'll be no stronger or weaker, they'll just be different, and so you won't feel pressured to buy them. That's almost exactly paraphrased basically what they said. So now they're just oh, people yelled at us because it's too expensive and pay to win, so we're giving you this to pretend like we did something. I gotta say, it probably just wasn't selling very well, because it wasn't selling. It's in a booster pack, and if you want to buy it in-game, it's 8 million gold, which is more than, in theory, anybody in the game has. And I bet it was a 1 in 100 pull. I'm shocked that they didn't disclose the booster odds anywhere, although if they did, link me to them. They also said something about, why they set up the currency exchange the way they did, why they set it to the numbers they did, how they seeded it with 1 million ether in the first place. Oh, pardon me, Aether. And, I mean, if you haven't logged in since a while ago, it went from 470 to 141. I just literally bought 600 Zen and opened 2 booster packs with just the money I made in the last 2 days just playing the game because I didn't really need it. I'm not really using my unrefined ether. Pardon me, Aether. It's a running gag. I mostly need gold at this point to upgrade my buildings. I don't really need to upgrade my gear or anything else or spells right now. So I was like, all right, let's see what I get. Pretty disappointing on both parts, but it was some helpful stuff. The second booster was a lot better. I mean, I'm at the point where I'm like, yeah, the game's pretty decent. If they really patched it up in a month, I'd feel obligated to give them like 10 or $20 just to, support the game, support the devs, be like, yeah, this is your reward for making a good, solid game that I'm enjoying. Okay, whatever. But they just disqualified themselves by teaming up with PWE. Unless I find that there's some revenue share that isn't, we're 100% owned by them, they take 100% of our profits and maybe pay us a salary, they ain't getting a damn penny from me. So y'all done f***ed up there. But honestly, if the booster packs are as crap as I thought, and I can basically just play the game and afford a booster pack per day, just buying them on the exchange with Ether, and let's just say like Zen hits like 80 a piece, like what, like 15, 20K of refined Aether, which you can get 50K per day. I mean, you can buy like 2, 3, 2.5, whatever boosters a day, like if it gets down to that rate. So I'm looking forward to that. They also addressed all the chat spamming. Apparently there are like exclamation point something commands that were used in the alpha, which, I mean, what is this, Linux, where you gotta type everything? What is this, IRC, Discord? Screw all that antique, old school, obnoxious crap. The game has a UI for a damn reason. Make it a button. My God. Oh, and here's a thought. Do your game like everybody else did for almost every game ever made since online play was invented in the mid-90s. If somebody types something into the chat that isn't a chat message, it's a command, don't show it to the rest of the server. Wild idea, I know. And then if it's not a real command, but they started it with an exclamation mark, pop up an error that says, that's not a valid command. That would have prevented a lot of day 1 and 2 problems. So anyway, I didn't really get what they were saying, but basically, in the alpha, this was fine, and now that it's launched, it's a disaster having that many people type that much crap in the chat. Whether it's visible or not, I don't know if they were addressing that either one of those cases were the problem, or it's just too many commands that they weren't working. They just said it didn't scale up, so now they're gonna do something about it. Also, the disastrous state of the tutorial, which turned off 90% of the players on day 1, which that's a mistake you don't really recover from. But that's why I'm making this to tell you guys, they're letting you party up from basically the beginning of the game now, so you don't have to like finish an entire plane solo before being allowed to play with your friends, especially since they would party you up with random people for the quests. Like, then at that point, why can't you make your own damn party? So they're gonna let that slide. Also, they just said they're reducing the overall time to progress through and complete Tazim. I'm not sure how they're doing that. Probably eliminating some of the like overworld stuff and just doing the quests, but I don't know, the quests are like really long, so I don't know. Oh, and they're also letting you go back to your realm and have it be more functional without having to, what was it, like beat an entire second plane or something like that? Here's a little spoiler for y'all. You could cheat it anyway by just doing the endgame quest in Tazim one additional time, and the game would just think that you finished a second realm. I stumbled across that one. Yeah, you're going to want to get on upgrading that crap and get a mana vault as soon as humanly possible. They're also doubling the drop rate of brand new spells. They're doing something with like drops on higher difficulties. I guess that's a different section. I guess I'll go to that one now. Oh, one more thing. They did mention that player pileups and player-to-player collisions, as they call it, are a problem. That's why every other MMO ever made by mankind has people just clip right through each other. I don't know why you thought something different would be a good idea. Theoretically, you could just get 6 people, surround a person, and trap them. I guess you didn't think it was a problem because you just planeswalk away, but it would be really annoying and trolly. But yeah, I've zoned into near the auction house and not been able to move. So I guess they're going to fix that at some point. You know what they need to fix? Give me more than 10 trade orbs. Something closer to like 100 would be nice, but then again, I'd probably have too much gold. So I don't know. Who knows? They did want to point out that yes, it looks like you can progress quicker with premium items because you can, but you're going to hit that like fairness wall really quickly. So I'm just going to read what they put because they put it better than I could. So the player progression system, as far as like mid to end game here, is 4 workstations, each with 10 levels. 10 levels. I'm on like 4 on most of them, 5 on some. So you get 5 land colors with 10 levels of attunement each, and the main overall etheric core structure has 10 levels of progression. Each station will provide you with new benefits, such as higher quality artifact drops, and yeah, it's significant, trust me. The ability to craft world enchantments, oh, that I didn't know, holy crap, that'd be nice. And significant reductions to spell page costs to level spells, unique artifacts, and roughly 30% of all spell unlocks come from this system. This system is driven completely by earned in-game currencies, Aether and Planar Mana. And I guess I meant to say and gold because like every single upgrade costs gold exclusively. Well, and the mana, but like it actually doesn't take Aether. So the unlocks do, the buildings don't. So yeah, all 3 of the major in-game currencies that you can't just buy. So you can't just buy your way to, oh, now I have level 10 everything. No, this is the slowdown point. So you can double your own personal XP, get levels quicker and all that, but like leveling gets you like 0.5% additional health or something. Oh boy, whoop-de-doo. To truly progress in the game and truly get access to like the high level endgame stuff and gear and better drops and whatever, and the super elite spells, you need to play the game and earn them. Now the thing is though, you can basically buy Planar Mana, you can kind of buy Ether, and as soon as they change one little thing that they already said they're going to change, just take my word for it, I don't feel like explaining it for 3 minutes, all the math behind it, you're also going to be able to buy gold directly. So, well, indirectly, but let's be honest, directly. You buy Zen, you do this, that, sell this, buy this, do this, whatever, then ta-da, you got gold for your Zen. Which means that all of the earned currencies will be available because you can buy Planar Mana with Ether, which I think was a mistake. They shouldn't let you do that. So you actually will be able to just buy your way with Zen, a ton of it, to like level 10 buildings, which will be, it'll be expensive, but yeah, that'll be a problem, I guess. I don't know. I feel like 0.001% of the players would actually do that. The rest want to just play the damn game. Because if you're already maxed out and everything, yeah, you can get better drops and get better artifacts and then be number 1 in PvP, but other than that, who cares? And literally nobody cares about PvP, so... With all that said, I don't like the direction they're going. I thought they said somewhere they're at higher levels or higher difficulties, they're upping the spell drops even more, and the artifact drops and equipment drops. And I don't remember when they wrote this versus when they said this is exactly rolling out. Oh, it was written on the 27th. Yeah, I think they did already roll this out because it seemed to be up to me. Like I ran a master level and an expert level quest like a long time ago, and then I ran one like yesterday, and they were just like giving out rare crap like it's, you know, candy at a parade. But then again, I upgraded my building, so it's like if I upgrade my buildings, I get better drops. So it's like it was somewhere in between. But I thought they threw out like a number, like double or 30% or 20% or something. But I think yeah, they've basically upped it a little bit. So cool. So other than that, they're saying, yeah, a bunch of stability stuff, bug stuff going out mid-April, and keep being awesome, I guess. So sincerely, Steve Rakosa, I don't know, executive producer of Magic Legends and Chinese Shill. Seriously, I would just not work there on principle. I'd be like, who really owns this company? Oh, 100% China. Bye. Whatever. I'm sure he's getting a big paycheck. So anyway, that's the state of things. They're making a ton of improvements. The game's already improving. I am hitting some glitches that are completely unacceptable. Absolutely 100% unacceptable that they need to fix immediately. Like the whole getting stuck in combat glitch. I don't know what causes it. I don't know a workaround, and it's pissing me off. I'll get all the way done with a relic run and, oh, you can't collect it because you're in combat. With no monsters left on the damn field. And then the damn thing collapses, and I get no reward. So I can't do relic runs, which means I can't really upgrade any of my artifacts, can I? Well, not as easily at least. And it's starting to be like 90% of the time I can't collect my reward. And that exact glitch is screwing with world bosses. It's screwing with like raids. I couldn't get into the vault in the vault mission. I couldn't get into the arena in some after respawning and had to like leave the quest. Yeah, that glitch needs to be fixed immediately, among others. There's some game-ruining glitches that they need to address. So hopefully they're working on that. It sounds like we're going to see a fix in about 2 weeks. So yeah, that'd be nice. Also, I did witness something that they didn't address anywhere because, of course, they wouldn't. This is the biggest black eye you could possibly imagine in an MMO and something that I didn't think Cryptic would be susceptible to, although I did hint at this. I saw something a little suspect. Not gonna name names, not gonna upload the footage because I could be wrong or it could just be a balancing thing, but I saw some people hitting for like 2.5 million damage. That shouldn't be possible with what I know. I mean, they were like level 60, 70 something, which means they basically multi-classed, but I don't think like level 60 is twice as powerful as 30. It doesn't seem to work that way. It's just a really quick way of showing off a higher number without really getting better, and then the whole getting better part is, oh, look at me, I can use 2 types of spells, which I'm going mono white straight to 320. I ain't dicking around with none of that multi-class crap. If you know anything about the game, you probably just said to yourself, that's batshit insane. Damn right, and I'm going to do it. Okay, I'm not actually going to play it to 320. That'll probably take 5 years. But, I mean, I jumped in with somebody who was like level 68, and I just obliterated them on like lowest number of deaths, most damage, most helpfulness, most healing, most beneficial spells. And I think it's because my time and equipment and spells are all just one thing. All my resources went into just white. So there really shouldn't be people that much stronger than me, but I saw a triple class person in the low 100s hitting for amounts that I didn't think were possible. Now, maybe they have some legendary equipment in like every slot that I've never heard of. I don't know. Look like some kind of glitch abuse to me. Some of those numbers seem to be even higher than 2.5 million. And the highest I can hit for is about 500,000. I thought I saw a 1.1 million hit. That must have been a conditional crit or something. I don't know, but I regularly hit for 500k with like a good, solid, conditional critical against an average, enemy. Oh, we were on Masters, so these dudes had some hit points. But yeah, I saw people out damaging me like 4-1, 10-1. It seemed like it seemed a little odd to me. It seemed a little hackerish or a little exploity, glitchy. I don't know, hard to say for sure. It's just that I'm just saying I saw something a little sus, just a little bit. So we might start seeing people just outright cheating in the game. I haven't seen people flying around and killing people in cities or something yet, or raining down hell from the sky, killing everybody at once. No PvP outside of PvP, nothing too dire like that. Haven't heard anything about a duplication glitch or a economy ruining anything. So okay, hasn't happened yet. They might keep it tight. But if you were like, I don't know about this game and kind of on the fence, didn't enjoy the first 2 hours of it and then I kind of quit, I would give it 2 weeks to a month and then jump back in. That's what I would say. Although, I mean, I'm having fun. Even with the glitches that are very aggravating, I'm having fun. I'm learning the gear. Still waiting on some clarifications from the devs and from the people running the wiki and stuff about like what certain effects do. Like literally nobody in the game has any idea how shield works. Just like the general effect called shield, I've heard 5 different explanations of how it works, and none of the 5 seem to match with what I'm seeing. Nobody knows what like greater power enhancement or whatever for your creatures means. I have no idea. Lesser resistance, like with damage, like effects, control. You have to tell us what this stuff does, or we don't know what it does. That and the game rooting glitches are the 2 things they should focus on right now for sure. But I'm already having trouble finding player queues and stuff. You almost gotta like know somebody or have a big friends list or something. And by the way, the friends list is glitched too. There's a severe layer stacking problem in it that makes it almost impossible to click on a friend and invite them to a party. So that's fun. Oh, there's also like, there's some stuff out in the overworld getting stuck. That would be nice if they could fix that, where it just stalls like forever until like a server reset. Like it says kill the remaining enemies, there are no more enemies, and then like for 6 hours it just sticks that way. Yeah, I mean, it's bad. The bad things are bad, but I'm still having an absolute blast. I'm having fun. I jumped on with a Twitch streamer for like 2 hours. We dicked around and we're running around doing high level stuff. I dragged him through that absolute hell. That was pretty funny. We finally got the reward we were waiting for after like a long time, and then I only got like 9,000 gold for it. But hey, I'm probably going to go play the game some more, and I've probably got some more high-level footage in the background of this video, so I just wanted to update you guys on the state of it with some of my takes and some of the developers' statements. So check it out if you're interested. Stay away if you're not, and try not to give Perfect World any money. I'll see you guys next video.